Be in front of change with KPMG in Singapore, only on Money FM 89.3.
Thanks for joining us on Money FM 89.3 and welcome to Be in Front. That's a special podcast series in partnership with KPMG in Singapore. In a world of rapid change and rising expectations, how can businesses stay ahead and lead with purpose? Through this 5-part series, we unpack the values and strategies that keep organizations not just prepared, but to be in front. We explore how KPMG in Singapore is helping to shape a future-ready ecosystem, from nurturing global talent to building trust, accelerating innovation, and delivering impact that goes beyond the bottom line. And this week, we explore the value of reputation, how it is earned, how it must be protected, and why in business, reputation is never just a nice to have, but a critical asset. And joining us is Sze Yeng, Managing Partner of KPMG in Singapore, and she has spent decades working closely with some of Singapore's largest businesses and multinational companies, guiding them through growth, succession, and transformation. And it's a great pleasure to have you, Sze Yeng, in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's great to have you. So let's start with something personal. How do you personally define reputation, and what does it mean to you in the context of your work with clients and teams?
To me, reputation is built over time through consistent delivery, integrity, and the ability to create meaningful impact. It is of utmost importance to us as we are in the business of trust, especially in audit, where our role is to inspire confidence and safeguard the capital markets. Reputation is key to everything we do. And in today's world, reputation is more fragile and dynamic than ever. The digital landscape has fundamentally changed how reputation is built and maintained. A single misstep can go viral in minutes, and public perception can shift overnight. So for boards and management, this means reputation must be safeguarded and embedded into enterprise risk management. Leaders need to ask, how do we ensure our action align with our values? How do we monitor and respond to risks in real time? The key insight is this: reputation is earned every day through small, consistent actions. It is not just about what you say, but how you show up when it matters most.
So talking about companies with a great reputation, you've been with KPMG for over 30 years now, I believe. And when you started, the Singapore office had around 500 people. And today, you lead a team of 4,000 people. So how has your philosophy on talent and leadership evolved? And why is it such a central priority for KPMG today?
Over the years, I've learned that leadership is not just about delivering results, but also creating the conditions for others to succeed. It's about purpose and the agility to navigate complexity. One of the biggest shifts I've observed is the growing importance of aligning leadership with values. Leaders are no longer judged solely on financial performance. They're also evaluated on how they treat and develop their people and how they manage risks. For boards and management, the focus is on building a culture of integrity and open dialogue, and encouraging diverse perspective that not only strengthens decision-making, but also builds trust. Another key insight is the importance of anticipating change, whether it's sustainability, digital transformation, or any mega trends. Leaders need to stay ahead of the curve, and this means investing in talent, fostering innovation, and ensuring your organization is equipped to adapt to what's next.
All right, and you've also advised many multinational companies and big local companies as well over the years. So can you share a moment where the importance of reputation, good or bad, really stood out for you?
In today's world, if a company faces a reputational challenge, for instance, a cyber breach or a public misstep, the narrative can shift almost instantly. Within minutes, the issue could be trending online, with stakeholders demanding answers and the company's reputation under intense scrutiny. What's critical in this moment is how the organization responds. Companies that recover best are those with strong governance in place. They have clear crisis management protocols, transparent communication strategy, and a culture of accountability that allows them to act decisively and authentically. Reputational risk is no longer just a PR issue. It's a governance issue and should be a focus. Leaders need to think proactively about how they manage reputation risks and ensure that their organizations are prepared to respond to challenges in ways that builds trust rather than erodes it.
Uncover opportunities, harness innovation, and transform your business to thrive in a world of constant change. Visit kpmg.com.sg.
All right, so one thing that caught my eye as well is KPMG's Client Zero approach, testing technologies on yourselves before bringing them to clients. So how much does that play a part in building trust and reputation for you guys?
The Client Zero approach is about leading by example, showing that we are willing to take the same steps as we recommend to our clients. This is how we build trust and credibility. Taking KPMG Workbench, our multi-agent AI platform, as an example. Before introducing it to clients, we use it internally to refine its performance, governance, and ethical safeguards. This allowed us to address critical issues like data sovereignty and compliance upfront. And by doing this, we weren't just testing the technology, we are ensuring that our machines and technology could deliver real, measurable value. And trust is built when you show that you are willing to walk the talk.
Yeah, Sze Yeng, you've also helped many business leaders through key transitions, whether it's succession or crises or reinvention. What advice would you give to anyone looking to strengthen their brand and credibility in the eyes of their stakeholders?
To me, strengthening credibility starts with being clear about your purpose. Stakeholders want to see what your decisions are grounded in strong values and a long-term vision. It's about balancing bold transformation with disciplined governance. Taking risks when needed, but always staying true to what matters most. Collaboration is another key factor. Some of the most credible leaders I've worked with are those who actively seek partnerships, whether it's with startups, university, or even the competition. These collaborations don't just drive innovation, but they show that you're willing to share knowledge and work towards common goals, which help build trust. And then there's adaptability. The world is changing so quickly, and leaders who stay curious and open to learning are better equipped to navigate uncertainty. Continuous learning isn't just a personal investment. It's a way to stay relevant and to make better decisions.
So you talked about the world changing so quickly. What are some of the biggest risks to a company's reputation today? And how should leaders be thinking about reputation as part of their risk strategy?
Reputation risk today is more complex than ever. It goes beyond public perception, and it's about how well a company navigates disruption, meets wide-ranging expectations, and responds to societal challenges. One of the biggest risks is failing to align actions with values. Stakeholders are paying closer attention to commitments made by companies, and any misstep, whether it's in the governance, transparency, or social impact, can quickly erode trust. For example, board needs to think of sustainability initiative as strategic investments, and this initiative should deliver measurable outcomes for both society and the business. Another risk is underestimating the speed of change. In today's world, issues like cyber breaches or misinformation can escalate very quickly. Leaders need to have real-time risk management protocols that integrate reputation into their broader enterprise risk strategy. This ensures reputation risks are evaluated alongside financial and operational consideration. At its core, reputation is about trust. And trust is built when leaders demonstrate integrity, transparency, and a willingness to act decisively, even when it's difficult.
All right, Sze Yeng, well, before we let you go, we would love some tips. So what are some of the small day-to-day actions that quietly but powerfully shape your reputation over time?
To me, reputation is built in the small everyday moments. It's not just about big decisions. It's about how you show up consistently. For me, it's about being present, listening, and staying curious. One of the most powerful actions is taking the time to truly understand. It's about asking the hard questions, offering honest advice, and being dependable when it matters most. These moments of trust and reliability add up over time. Another important action is empowering your team, creating space for collaboration, encouraging bold thinking, and recognizing effort are all ways to build a culture of trust and accountability. And someone once shared with me that reputation or trust is like a crystal, precious, multifaceted, and fragile. It must be handled with care and intention, just like a crystal. It needs to be polished regularly to keep its brilliance. That ongoing effort is what keeps reputation strong and enduring.
Well, it's crystal clear what the message is today, that reputation isn't just about looking good, it's about building trust and consistency and resilience over time. Big thanks to Sze Yeng, Managing Partner of KPMG Singapore, for joining us today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Staying ahead means seeing beyond today. Be ready for what's next and be in front of change with KPMG in Singapore on Money FM 89.3.
Be in front of change with KPMG in Singapore, only on Money FM 89.3.